Baby, can you please calm down and let me see if I can help you do something with this whole behavior? So you leave his legs. Leave him. Please put your hands behind you. So that you're forced not to use your hands. Now use your knees to stop him. Baby. So, baby, come. The knee thing, it has to be sharp. It has to be like, So, and then try and then work on the timing. When he jumps, then you, You want to meet him at the chest with it. Okay. So wait. You wait. If he tries to jump, then you do it. Otherwise, just ignore him. So just wait. Just watch him. If he tries, then you do it. If he doesn't jump, don't do anything. Okay, now call him. Sit. Say yes, and then now you can pet him. Mark yes, and then now you can pet him.
Yes.
So leave him. Let's see if he'll try to jump. And again, if he does, hands behind you. Just wait if he does. So call him again, ask him to sit.
Baby. Sit, baby, come. Sit.
And then, so usually you mark as soon as he sits.
Sit.
So, and then. Okay, that's better. All right, baby, come. Sit. Good. No, this way. Come this way. Sit. He wants to come to you. Come here. Come here. Good boy. All right, sit. Yes, good. Okay, so whenever you're putting your collar on him, just let him sit. And then you take your time and then put it on. Instead of chasing him around to do it, just wait for him and let him come. And then usually, whenever you call, the better approach, so let me take this off for now. The better approach when you call him and you want to do any of these things is not to follow him. So, for example, if he's being elusive, instead of following him, you either stay where you are or to encourage him to rather come, you rather move away from him. And then it will encourage him to come to you. Bibi, come. Leave it.
Bibi. Hey.
Come. Come.
Come.
Yes, good boy. Come here. Good. Sit. Come this way. Good boy. Good. Sit. Yes. Sit. Come here. Come here. Good. Come this way. Come here. This way. Good. Sit. Yes, very good. Okay. So, the last time when your sister came, we worked on the walk. I worked on the walk with her. And then I was explaining to her, so when you have the leash on him, first of all, because when you're walking, you walk on that side of the road, and then incoming traffic is to your right. So I usually train him on the left side. So he's used to that. So you can continue on your left. Yes. And then in as much as you want to keep him on your left, you don't want to force him. So you don't want to apply pressure to the leash. So the idea is he's on the left and the hand is very relaxed. And as long as it stays relaxed and he's walking, then he's good. He's actually doing the right thing. But then if there's any tension because you are the one trying to keep him here, then there's no learning happening. So instead, what you do is you relax. If you're walking and at any point in time, tension builds, then the correction will be something like this. Even though he's not done that, let me just demonstrate. So the correction will be something like that. It will be a jerk. So it will be loose. Let's go. Then maybe if he's walking too fast or something, then you jerk him to correct him. Just a one-time thing, just to get his attention, not pull at all. Then if his attention comes back, then he'll continue walking side by side with you. Let's go, free. Yes, good. Good boy. Very good. So, hey, how did these guys come out? Can you please hold them for me? Let me put them back inside. How did you guys come out? See them. Let's go.
Oh, he close with them.
Yeah, he's good with that. Let's go. Criminals. Come. Okay, so just try to walk. Let's see. Just take him to the end of the wall and come back. So to ensure that he's always on your left, you stand your ground. Wait for him to calm down and settle. If he settles on your left, fine. But if he's like that, just turn so that he's on your left. Aha. And then you walk him around back into position. Perfect. And then you keep going. So if he's coming close to you, then you yank the collar outward.
Okay, this way.
Yes. Aha. So that's if you're walking and he's getting too close, then you yank it in that direction. So, okay, come this way. Let me see. So this is cool. So if he's trying to cross you, you open your arm to yank him away from you. And then if he's going the other way, you yank him inward. So exactly perfect. I like how the arm is completely relaxed. So now if he's doing this, then you thank you. Or sometimes you need to do it a little backward if he's moving ahead too much. Then you rather yank backward to let him come backward. So like this, then you yank it backward. Aha, to slow him down. And then you aha. So now it's perfect. Yeah. So when you come to a stop, you say sit right before you stop.
Sit. Sit.
Perfect. Yes. And one thing that will be very, very good if you get used to is marking behavior. So whenever he sits, the marker is the yes that you say as soon as he sits. So when we are training, we usually use a clicker. So the clicker is what trains the dog. So the replacement for the clicker is a yes. So it's super important to usually say it. So any behavior, sometimes even if you call, when you call as soon as he's coming, yes. If he sits, yes. If you ask him to lie down, he lies down, yes. It's important for you to also get used to it. So that's that with the walk. Then, as I said, if you come to a stop, all you need to do is ask him to sit. But what also happens when he's distracted is, let me just demonstrate. When he's very distracted, like if there are vehicles passing and stuff, that sit may not work.
Yeah.
You may say it and he wouldn't listen. So usually you apply what's called leash pressure. So if he's standing, when you stop, you just raise the leash slightly. If he's still standing, you increase the intensity. As soon as he sits, you release it. That's the language of the leash. So with this one, no matter what happens, as long as you have a leash on him, even if he's distracted, you come to a stop. That's how you get into a sit. So it's important to practice both. Because if you hadn't learned this one, then when he's distracted, you wouldn't be able to do anything. You'd be doing this, you'll not be responding to it. So it's also good to practice that with him. Just walk him, come to a stop, and then without talking, put him in a sit. Very good. And then sometimes you use the verbal command sit. No, sit. Yes. So it's good to practice both when you're walking him and stuff. Then the marking. So the marking is one of the main reasons why I usually make the videos, to emphasize on the importance of marking. So when I call him, come, yes. As soon as come, yes, good. As soon as he makes the move to come, I mark it, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No. Sorry.
Okay. So I was saying usually when even you call him, sit, good. No. Yes, good. So if I call, I'm going to mark the moment he gets up to move. Bibi, yes. That's the moment to mark it. Aha. Not whilst he's moving, but the moment he makes the aha. Then when he gets here, he gets the reward. Sit. Yes. That one is the moment the bum touches the floor to mark it. Free. Yes. So even with a free, when I free him, usually I'll just put a tree to my side and say free, so that he can get up and take it and keep going free. But even that, I have to mark it so that he continues to remember what free means. So I'll mark as soon as he gets up from the position. Sit, yes, good. Free, yes, very good. And then, so with a down sit, yes, good. Down, yes, good. So with down, I wait till the elbows make contact with the ground. Nope, down. Yes, very good. Then he gets the this thing. Very good. So if, for example, you want to encourage the behavior of him staying, let's say if you're around him, then whilst he's down and then time has passed and you just intermittently mark yes and then reward. So the yes is just marking the behavior. So if I spend another 1 minute, he's still there, I'll just say yes, give him just to encourage that. Free, yes, very good. Then also it's good to practice him staying whilst you step away from him in different ways. The first way, sit. Yes, good, good sit. The first way, if I'm stepping backward from him, nope. If I'm stepping away from him, looking at him, still making contact. Come back, come back. Sit. Yes, good, good sit. So still making contact is like the basic, the most basic level. That one he can still see you're looking at him, so he has reassurance you stay. So when I walk away, I get to a point he's still there. I'll just mark it. Yes, good, and then I'll come back, and then I'll reward. And usually before I step away, I have to enforce the behavior. So I'll say good. It's very important to say before you leave to encourage that you should continue that behavior. Yes, good. And then if you get to any point, you can mark it. Yes, good. Yes, good. Yes, very good. And then reward. So after usually maybe one attempt or two attempts, it's important to free him. Free. Yes, very good. So that he continues to remember what free is for, right? Come. Yes. This way. Sit. So the next level is if he sits, this time I'll enforce good. And then I'll turn my back to him and then leave. So when you turn your back, there's no reassurance like visually. So that one, it's like you are having faith in your dog. You're trusting that he knows what he's supposed to do, which is very important. So if I get to a point I turn and I see him still there, then I mark yes. Then I can turn my back to him, go further. And then if I turn and he's still there, yes, very good. And then come back and then reward. Yes, very good. So I can reinforce good and then leave him again. And then this time, maybe instead of coming back to him to do the reward, I can do it from here. So I can free him. Hi, Bibi, free. Yes. And you see, I marked the moments he moved. Yeah. Yes, very good. So those are the key things. Very good. And then you practice it also in his down. So that the down is usually the best to use to practice this because it's comfortable for him. So with that one, in different scenarios, if you need your dog to stay relaxed in one place for longer, then obviously you should be lying down, which is more relaxed for him. Down. Yes. Good. Very good. Yes. Very good. Very good. So the markers and then the reinforcers, super important. Yes, those are the things that really teach the dog the behaviors. Yes, very good. Yes, good. Good. Good boy. So even if you're away, then you can apply the same thing as if you're close. Like whilst time is passing, you just randomly mark, yes, good boy, just to continue to encourage the behavior. And then that way he learns mentally to associate yes with whatever it is you ask him to do. Likewise, if he makes a mistake, then it's important that the moment he makes a mistake, like right now he's lying down, if he breaks free without you having broken him free, it's important to mark that moment with no. So immediately you say the behavior, I say no immediately, and then you pick him, take him back to the same spot, put him in the same position, and then encourage good, and you leave him. Then if he's there, you can mark yes, reward him, and then free him quickly. This free wasn't for you. Good boy. So pretty much, yeah, that that is it. I know you took a break to come, so I'll not take up much of your time. Yeah. So you
So
can.
I ran away.
You not go back.
I was in my Zenith, my work t-shirt from you.
Oh, okay. 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 So then, would you like to practice a stay once or twice?
Maybe once or twice.
Okay, cool. So just have a few treats on you. So basically, just take him to any spot you want him to go to and either ask him to sit or lie down. And then, whichever it is, enforce the behavior and leave him. So if you're going to ask him to go down, first of all, when you let your. Come, Bibi, come. Ah.
Sit.
So whenever you ask your dog to sit, come, sit. What you want to do is when he sits, nothing happens. My hands, usually the resting place of my hands are here. If I say sit and he sits and I start to do this, game over because I've rewarded him. I've given him even more fulfillment than the treats. So he feels like he's had it. So, he can do whatever he wants. And if you are leaving him because you are doing all of this, when you move away, his urge to follow you is higher because of that strong attachment that this is creating. So instead, you just want to sit. Yes. Let the yes do the rewarding. Yes. Nothing happens with your hands. If you want him to go down, the hand will help you down with a gesture. Yes, very good. So that he associates the hands to certain gestures. Come, sit. So with a sit, usually I take a treat away from him. So now even when I swing my hand upward, it makes him go into a sit. So if whilst I'm trying to talk to him, my hand is doing other things, it'll be very, very difficult for him to focus. So you want to keep your hands to yourself and then use your voice more. And then sometimes you can use the hand to help, like down. Good boy. Good boy. Yes, very good. Free. Yes, good. Okay. I don't have the treats. He has the treats. There you go. So let's try it. So quick, when it comes to these behaviors, like if you have him on the leash and he's doing all that, right? The easy way to correct this is usually to have him on a short leash. So if he's trying to, let's say, if he was trying to maul on my hand and all of those things, all I do is this to put him back in his place. When he calms down, then you release it. So if he's jumping or something, you just hold him up here. As soon as he sits, wait. When he comes,